So,
Cheryl?
yo.
This is Steve Erickson. I've met you. I blog on judicial misconduct.
Hey, Steve.
Hey.
Oh, how are you doing?
Good. I'd like to record.
I know who you are.
I would like.
Take the legislation together. Remember?
Yep. I'd like to record the call and place it on my blog with your permission.
Yeah, you gotta. I only got a few minutes, sweetheart, because I'm going to a what do you call it? U.S. Senate candidate Linda McMahon's reception in an hour.
That's what I want to talk to you about. So.
Trying to get ready.
All right, I can post. I can post about it, and I can post a response afterwards. I can probably talk to you tomorrow about it. But if you tell me a little bit now, I'll post that on my blog.
Okay. You know I'm all up for getting the word out. I just want to tell you this quick. I just sent an email 5 o'clock tonight. WFSB. They are investigating. Channel 3 in Connecticut are investigating DCF on a child abduction because they're abducting somebody's child and they're interviewing parents tonight at 5 o'clock.
Can you? Okay. I'll be in Connecticut in the future, so if somebody has a VHS tape or DVD or could send me the file, I'll post it, and I may do an op-ed news article on it also.
All right, yeah, I got to talk to you about a few other things, but go ahead. Yeah, because I got to go in about 5 minutes, hon.
All right.
You want to get something out?
Do you want to?
I don't mind you taping me. No, I don't mind.
Do you want to make a statement as far as what I can post on my blog to inform others that aren't informed about it's a nationwide problem, DCF.
Yeah, well, I'm writing a book. You want me to state that right now, or are you taping it?
Yeah, I'm taping it, and you can go ahead to say what you want to say.
I'm writing a book. It's called CPS Crisis. I have a Facebook page called CPS Crisis, and I would like everybody to join it so we can network about the crisis nationwide on the illegal reports made by DCF and their narratives and their illegal abduction of children and the drugging of children and the molesting of children. And I have evidence and witnesses. I have members in my U.S. Concerned Parent Support Group that know about all this. And I can take anybody's comments and things to put in my book about it, interviews.
Right.
And my child was taken illegally. They've written many false reports. They perjured themselves in the courts. And I know all about all the illegal doings by DCF. And I just discovered, here's some new revelation and stuff. Recently, in the last 2 weeks, I was falsely arrested again. How many times is that? My old landlord had some things in my house on January 24th. I went to my old landlord's house because I left some things, a box of paperwork, containing DCF reports and letters. I had boxes and boxes of stuff on them.
Yes.
And I had valuable books and dishes there. None of the valuable books or dishes were missing, and my ex-landlord let somebody take the box of paperwork out of the house. So I had to report to the police. And when I was reporting it to the police and the theft of my ex-landlord, Old Saybrook, Connecticut Police told me that there was a warrant for me on trespassing from West Haven Police. My son lives with his father, and they filed a false report that I was trespassing. When I have a court order, a visitation, and joint guardianship with my son's father. And I know DCF's behind stuff because there's like little things that are happening. I don't have an open case with DCF, but I think they're doing stuff behind my back. They're sneaky.
Yeah, my deceased friend, Richard Merson, he was a Hartford narcotics detective. He worked as a guard at the DCF center in Hartford. And I guess DCF workers were buying drugs, and they'd have problems with their drug dealers. And
I don't doubt it.
And Rich got all sorts of problems. He wanted the CCTV camera tapes monitored to back up what he had to say, and they gave him a problem, and they basically squeezed him out because DCF workers are supposed to be able to do whatever they want, and that way they're beholden to the state to lie and do whatever to take people's kids, make money. They get federal dollars in.
I know all about it. I have information leading to that I know about which federal funding that they're getting too. And I try to question DCF department heads about it, and now they just shut me down from communications from them.
All right. So
I don't have it right in front of me, but it's the Child Care Development Block Grant, and they get it from the federal government.
All right. Linda McMahon, the wrestling guru's wife, for the Worldwide Wrestling or whatever that is, but she ran for U.S. Senate in Connecticut against what? Blumenthal. Blumenthal won. So what is Linda McMahon? What is she trying to do now with the meeting tonight?
It's just an open house reception for people who volunteered and people, basically people that are supporting her.
All right. If anybody has some footage and wants to share, we can network, and I can put something on my blog, something on Op-Ed News, and we can coordinate in the future as far as doing an interview and then posting it.
Posting what? What is that you want to post, hon?
Basically exposing.
As far as DCF, exposing DCF?
Exposing DCF and the rigged court system. I don't know if you've on judicialmisconduct.blogspot.com. There's a Michael Nowacki interview it's an hour or something long, an hour and 50 minutes. But
is that the one about don't take any wooden nutmegs?
No, it's one that I've done. That was Francis Canisia's work. I just
didn't. Yep.
He makes some pretty serious allegations in that hour and 50 minutes. And basically, he could possibly take down the governor and the administration and the court system if there's a legitimate federal authority.
Michael Nowacki is a former national, I'm not saying what station, former national TV executive.
Former CBS, yes.
I don't know if you wanted to mention.
It's a fact. It's stuff that if somebody Googles his name, or I prefer word search. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm periodically in contact with him, speaking, and he was falsely incarcerated too.
Yeah, they wanted to put him in a mental hospital for life just for exposing the rigged court system, which is Connecticut, and all the bribery and corruption and corporate banks. It's a national problem.
My new title is in life, Eric?
What's
Judicial abuse advocate.
There you go.
I go to court with parents and help them advocate. I don't advise them. I'm not a lawyer. I do give them guidance and knowledge about the system, and I direct them towards the laws that would help them in the court, because we know most of the lawyers don't.
Well, I've been threatening for a long time as far as to do an independent movie about, it'll be fictional, but it'll be basically a compilation of abuse cases, and there'll be fictional people in government, there'll be fictional judges, but it will be exposed what is a national problem. It looks like I have a site for the independent movie I want to shoot. I've got artists that are willing to give me a percentage of art that I sell in New York City at any showings. So it looks like a lot of that's going forward. So with momentum, I want to expose what these criminals are doing, and I hope at least some of them do serious jail time to make the others fear that if they break the law, kidnap children, ruin families, make people lose their jobs, their homes, everything, that they will be punished for what they do wrong.
Well, yeah, I totally agree with you. There is a law in the books in Connecticut this is what I work on highly about DCF, because they use the court system, and the court system abuses parents' rights. But I do have a law that I want out. It's called it's 53-237A, concealment of delivery of a child. when they conceal a child, they conceal. I think there's laws too on concealing records, because they make up records and then they conceal them from you and stuff. Because when DCF took me to court, they had a social study they concealed from me. Nobody told me about. They didn't show it to me. I said, "Oh, social study? What do you mean by that?" To report, and I didn't read till a year later before they sent my son to live with his father, who I found out was corrupt.
There's
also taking drugs and doing all kinds of stuff illegally, and I could get him on about 10 charges now.
There's a Georgia case. It was a Alex Jones interview, maybe of a year or so ago, and a Georgia state representative. She was it was a murder suicide with her and her husband.
I know. I was supposed to meet her at the People Family Preservation Rally that year, 2010. Former Senator Nancy Schaefer. I know all about it.
All right, I'll post a link to that.
I know people that talked to her the week before she was murdered.
That's what they do.
They're saying it was a murder-suicide, but we know better, that it was not a murder-suicide. It was an outright murder.
I tried to remove a judge in Connecticut, and I had police informant felons chasing me at my Somersville, Connecticut property. Then I go over to Stafford, and then I have another one that was chasing me, and for 2 weeks I was trying to just hide in my house, and I got attacked on my property, and they have people beaten up, they kill people. The officials in government, especially Connecticut, they're organized crime. They're just a bunch of thugs.
They are. They're street thugs. We might as well call them the court thugs, because I was beaten up a year and a half ago by West Haven police. And I'm threatened all the time by West Haven police that if I try to make reports on my son's father, that I will get arrested. I'm threatened. And because there's also a reason why I got arrested. I was in jail for 10 days because I had an appointment with the West Haven mayor. It seems so funny. Well, that's happening. And then my records disappear, too, on top of it.
Yeah, they destroy evidence. They make up evidence. They take false reports from police informants who are on probation that will do anything the police want them to. And the white officers will have sex with their female informants if they're attractive, and they just use people. It's disgusting.
They're abusive. DCF workers are abusive, and they use people. And my son was harassed by workers. And I know for a fact when he was in DCF care custody of the city, he may have been drugged and may have been molested. And I have a cousin who was formerly in DCF custody, and a nephew that was in former DCF custody who was definitely drugged and molested, both of them.
Yeah, these people are just psychotic, criminal.
I call them, I study psychology too, and they want to try to label me, but I don't have any mental problems, but I think that they do. And I've labeled them sociopathic, manipulative, sociopaths.
Well, if anybody that's been through the system, they eventually, what happens is you get post-traumatic stress disorder.
Seriously, so traumatized. I'm lucky I'm able to still speak clearly. Yeah,
and what happens, you're under so much stress, you wonder what's going to happen next, so then they figure that you're paranoid, and they literally make people mentally ill when they have their children are gone, their house is gone, their job's gone, and they're either locked in jail or a mental hospital just for raising a family, paying taxes, working, and being honest is wrong in today's America. And being a criminal scumbag, police informant, or stealing from the population is what America is about, unfortunately.
And I feel that they have malicious, vicious intent, and they don't stop at nothing. They don't care who they hurt.
And unless somebody's actually experienced it for themselves, it is so beyond ridiculous. It's beyond belief until you actually see it with your
Oh,
own
so
eyes.
you mean that's why I'm going to Lynn McMahon's reception tonight, because I know she's a humanitarian. She cares about people, and she's gonna, hopefully, I think she might get something done.
Well,
Oh, okay.
she is a big major corporation. I have issues with the big major corporations and banks, but any help that can be gotten on this issue is a good thing.
Yeah, she helps. She donates or helps something. She has something to do with Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah.
So.
All
I gotta run, sweetie.
All right, we'll talk soon, and I'll just parting thing is that well, no, we'll talk later. But good luck.
Okay.
Yep.
I will call you because I got your number, and God bless.
God bless.
And don't give up.
I
Love
won't.
never gives up.
Okay? I will never give up. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Steve.
Yep.
God bless. Bye.
Bye.